don't show us off like that, right? High shorts, right? Tight pants, sagging out pants, right? Tight shirts. You know, we need to be modest too, because we can make a woman go off. Christ came through and he said, hey, if you even look at a woman or a man to lust after them, guess what? You have done that adultery already. Right? Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So I better not catch you with a dress or I'm going to jam you up, man. As soon as I see you with a dress, it's on. You understand? Go ahead.
For all, what was it?
For all days that do so, all right. No dresses. All right, go ahead. Only dresses, no pants. You see what they do when that dress come out, man. Go ahead.
For all that do so are abomination.
Are what?
Are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So we know that the Lord is coming to judge all abominations, right? He's not going to spare one abomination for the next abomination, right? If you're abominable, you're abominable. So we got to really watch what we eat, right? Watch what we wear, right? And watch what we do, man. Because a lot of times we think that we're not sinning, but we are. You know, we don't know what sin is, man. We never got taught the law, man. All we thought was sin was when you if you pull somebody's ear, you know what I mean? It's a sin. Because they didn't want their ear to be pulled. You touch somebody that you ain't know, that's a sin. You shouldn't have touched that person. No, man, when you sin against the laws of the Most High. Right? Read that law.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
What's the one with the beard? Leviticus 11:9. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So it says we can't hate our brothers in our heart, right? Who is our brothers? Everybody that's on this sign. So no matter if you're Cuban, Dominican, Guatemalan to Panama, right? The Mayans, right? Native American, Simeon, Columbus, right? If they're from Colombia to Argentina, Mexican, right? Argentina to Chile, right? Our people that's indigenous there, right? The the Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, West Indians, and Black Americans, man. We cannot hate none of those people, man. No matter if it's a brother or a sister, man. We can't hate those people, man, in our heart, man. You know what we gotta do though? We gotta.
That's Kayla Mika. Who you pointing at, Mika?
You gotta rebuke them, right? You gotta rebuke them and not suffer sin upon them. That's how you love your people, right? You don't love your people by saying, hey, bro, I love you, man. Right. Whatever you need, holler at me. That's love, but that ain't the love the Most High looking for you to do with your people, man. The Most High looking for us to wake up our people, man, and tell them that this is what you're doing wrong and this is what we have to keep, man. Because that's true love. Because you bringing them closer to the Father. Would you rather be far away from the Father or close to him?
Close.
Why? Because if he put you under his wings, what he's gonna do? He's gonna protect you, right? And he's our shield and he's our buckler, man. But he's not gonna shield us and be our buckler and fight for us if we don't repent, right? So this our main thing is to repent. He gave you the beard one. Read that one.
This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your beards. Salakia. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
Of your head. So we can't get no deep lining like that, right? With the whole little bang shebang. We can't get those, man. That's not Hebrew, right? That's the customs of this world, man. Right? Now read on.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you can't cut into your beard, man. Wherever your beard grow, that's where you keep it. Now you can't edge it up, right? And cut the little wild hairs that come up, but you cannot cut into your beard, man. You feel what I'm saying? So you will be in sin right now, right? Because you're shaving your shit down, knowing that it comes in right there, right? So you got to be a Hebrew of Hebrews, right? And a big brother. Yeah, you could be sinning, man. You know what I mean? I've been there. I've done that. I've been right where you are, man. And all it did, it took me time, but I got right, man. And it took me a lot of ass whoopings, man. Sometimes the Lord gonna judge you, man. And you gonna think to fall out of this way and fall out of the truth, man. But you gotta keep going because the Lord is working with you. He chastised him who he loved, man. Him or her, who he loved. He chastised them, man. So sister, you gotta make sure to start putting on a dress, right? Because that'll make you more of a wife. That'll make you more of a sister. You ain't gonna be all in the next man's face and you're gonna be sitting there waiting to speak, right? And you'll be heard, man. You know what I'm saying? So it'll make you more of a wife, you know? And keep your beard, bro, and make you more of a brother, man. Then I ain't got to rebuke you on that same fucking thing. You feel what I'm saying? I can move on to something else, right?
I got that.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on.
There's more on that?
This is a different one, though. Chapter 21, verse 5.
Kyle, if you got a curse, bring it out.
This is
you gotta,
Leviticus chapter
you got a law,
21
bring it out.
and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So you can't shave your head bald. We know we ain't doing that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So you can't shave off the corner of your beard, man. So we got to repent from that, right? You down to repent from that? All right, I'm going to get your number. I'm going to be checking on you. All right, go ahead.
This is a
Because you from the tribe of what? Of God. Yeah, that's right, my brother. You are from the tribe of God, too, though. You from the tribe of God. All right, go ahead.
This is a Solomon Compacted Bible Dictionary. This is a beard, a badge of manly dignity.
What is it?
A badge of manly dignity. As a sign of mourning, it was the custom to pluck it out of cuts. Pluck it, not
Read
cut
that
it
right.
off.
Right.
It was a sign to pluck it, not cut it off.
Uh-huh.
The Israelites were forbidden to shave off the corners of their beard.
What were we?
The Israelites were forbidden to shave off the corners of their beard.
It wasn't word, man. That shit is still to today, man. We are forbidden to cut off the corners of our beard, man.
Finish that off.
Yeah, you can't do that. Don't take that job.
Probably because it was regarded as a heathenish sign.
It was regarded as a heathenish sign, man. That's what these other nations do. That's what the Africans do, and that's what the damn white man do. We don't deal with that, man. Right? If you want me to shave my face for your job, shove that job up your ass.
Yes.
Right? I'm gonna go ahead about my way, cause that little 1850 ain't enough to disrespect the Most High God, man. That shit ain't enough, man. You can't pay me enough.
Yeah, I'm saying ain't nothing.
You feel what I'm saying? You can pay me $1,000 an hour, man. You can't pay me enough to shave off my damn beard, man. I'm gonna be a rebellious employee, man, and I'm gonna come with some paperwork to get your ass sued, man. For fucking with my religion, man. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm gonna be a fucking rebellious employee, man. And I want that $1,000. I just want to work for 2 hours, man. You can kick me to the curb, nigga.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge.
I just want my training pay. You know what I mean? I just want my train. I'll cut my beard tomorrow. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
So we can't hold grudges against one another. We got to actually talk everything out. It's a sin, and we heard this before. I don't know if y'all heard it before. It sounds like y'all a Bible-based family, right? Well, we can't go to sleep mad at one another, right? We heard that before, man. So we can't go to sleep with a grief in our heart against our brother or our sister, man. Right? We got to work that thing out, man. When it comes up, right? You talk about it. Whether if you got to wait 2 hours, 30 minutes, or 4 hours, you talk about it with your people. And then you go to sleep, man. Because now you can sleep with a good conscience and a good heart and sleep like a baby. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
As thy what?
As thyself.
Just like I told you don't cut your beard, I ain't cutting mine, right? So go ahead.
I am the Lord.
I am what?
I am Yahweh.
So who said it?
Yahweh.
Yahweh said it, right? So it's time that we constantly repent, man. Right? Give me another law. Give me the Shabbat there. Give me the Shabbat there. Because I think y'all washing clothes, right?
No, my granny and my mama getting it.
All praises.
But this is what we need to do.
Yeah, all praises, man. I appreciate y'all. Hell yeah.
We went to Bible study I went to Bible study at work.
They ain't teach y'all not a quarter. They didn't teach you not. Yeah. They ain't teach you not a quarter of this. You got it?
Yeah,
go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 28. Remember the Sabbath day.
What it said?
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So the Lord gave you 6 days to labor and do all your work, man. Right? Unless a new moon come up or a feast day, right? You got 6 days to do all your work. But, a relaxed day. That's a rest day, right? That's the Shabbat day. And that's supposed to be from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, right? But for us Hebrew Israelites, right, our women could go ahead and rest on that day. You know, we got to come out here and wake up the elect. You feel what I'm saying? We got to put in the work on the Lord's day.
And a lot
you feel what I'm saying? But
Sunday.
sometimes you can rest on your Shabbat day. You could choose as you want to do on your Shabbat day, right? But mainly, we need to congregate on our Shabbat day, man. Why? Because that we doing something different. It said you don't want to do what you do through the week on this day, man. You feel what I'm saying? You keep it holy. What is holy? Separate. You do separate stuff on this day, man. Right? Read on.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Why?
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So nobody in your crib need to be doing any work for pay. No work for pay, man. Right? And no, like, you just got a wild hair up your ass and now you want to clean the whole goddamn house and take out every trash that's in the crib, man. No, man, do that the day before so that way this day you don't have to worry about that shit, man. Only thing you could do, you worry about is doing the work of the Lord, man. You know, go ahead and finish reading.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth.
So he did his work for 6 days, man. What the Lord want us to be like? No, what does God want us to be like? Who do he want us to be like? He want us to be like him, right? In his image, man. Right? So he want us to do the same shit he done did. Right? Go ahead.
The sea and all that is in them, and rested the 7th day.
And rested the what?
The 7th day.
So we need to be resting on the 7th day, man. Right? Get as much rest as you can, man. Right? But in this society and in this kingdom that we live in, us brothers, we need to come out and do the work. Right? So that way we could get full on rest. We could get rest from all this shit. And the Most High has sent his son to come save us out of this, man. That's what it's about.
That's going on at home is one thing for the mind, and in the world is already another thing. Like we need some type of like peace.
Yeah, and this is it. And this is it. Right? This gives you that peace, man. Because you know we got something coming, man.
That's right.
Right?
It's therapeutic.
Yeah. You got something? You got your holding something? All right, go ahead.
This is Mark chapter 2 and verse 27.
Go to if he did another way.
And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath.
He said what?
Was it and not man for the Sabbath?
So man wasn't made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for man. It was made for us to rest, man. But not man for the Sabbath, man. Right? So the Sabbath is to be honored, right? But man wasn't made for the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for the man. So we could do good works on the Sabbath, right? Which is what we doing. Teaching y'all would have never got it if we wasn't out here on the Sabbath. Right, go ahead.
Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath.
What he did on the Sabbath. What did Christ do on the Sabbath? He healed people. That's right. Right. He healed people on the Sabbath. He did good works on the Sabbath. That's why he was talking to the Pharisees, and he was like, hey, if your cow or if your cattle fell up in the ditch or in the well, would you not rescue it? Would you just let it die in your well? Now the well is polluted, right? Now we can't use the damn well because you wanted to leave your damn thing in there. No, you're going to do your good works and you're going to get your animal. Exactly. And now we can drink out of the water and your animal is safe. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta weigh in the balance what's good and what's bad, man. Right, you got it? All right, Khan. So this one is for you, my brother. This is one of our blessings that we get as being a man, right? But we need to do this in righteousness, right? So I'm gonna show you something, and I want you to take this, and I want you to take heed, man. Right? Go.
Exodus 21:10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not diminish.
Read it again.
If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
So this is for you too, also. So your husband can have multiple women, right, in righteousness. Because that y'all need work to do, right? So if he got a lot, let's say your husband, he buy a ranch, right? And he needs stuff done in the house, but he also needs stuff done in the vineyard, right? And then he also need other help coming in the administrative office, right? So I got 3 women. One of them gonna be my call center lady. One of them gonna be in the house cleaning up. One of them gonna be taking care of the kids and taking care of the vineyard, right? While me and the brothers could go handle our business, right? And that's in righteousness, right? We don't want to just multiply wives to us and not have nothing for them to do. Now they looking at each other stupid, and we got jealousy in the house, man, right? But you can have multiple women, man. And whenever you get a husband, your husband can have multiple women, but he need to do it in righteousness. So don't get mad and leave your man, because the next man you sleep with, or the man you're already sleeping with, that's your husband. Right? And you got to honor that man like he your husband. Right? And if he wicked and he get multiple wives, you gotta see it play out. Like, what is he doing this for? Is he trying to build something, or is he just being a hoe? You know, and then you gotta weigh out your plan with that, because
So let's be open in a way, but like
you gotta be. I mean, ain't no closed-minded. You gotta be open, because you would be in the wrong to leave him for getting another wife.
Right.
But soon as he sleep with somebody, yeah, I don't give a fuck if he of the world. You tell him, hey, babe, now you gotta take her to be your wife, and now she's my sister wife, and you gotta train her in the way to go, man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to just multiply women unto yourself, and you're not giving them nothing.
You gotta let them know.
Cause look, if we didn't have extra women in the wilderness or in where we was living, our babies would starve. The woman doesn't get breast milk for about 8 days to actually flow, right? We don't get breast milk like that to flow. Within 8 days, that baby will starve out and die. So you will have your other wife nurse the baby, or a servant nurse the baby, because if that baby don't get that milk, that baby's gonna die. So that's why it was mandatory and ordained for us from the beginning to have multiple wives. So the one that's got a toddler that's growing up to 5 years old, because we'll get nursed until we was 5, right? She got milk, give it to that new baby and feed that baby, right? But while I'm getting mine, so I'm a practice, but if we didn't have multiple wives, our babies wouldn't live.
Yeah, and
Right.
the mother that's like, breastfeeding, she has to get that extra time to herself, and she gotta eat correctly. She gotta, just
She gotta shake back.
Yeah, so she can even develop.
Yeah, she gotta shake back, man. And so also according to the law, once she have a child, if it's a man child, 7 days she gotta be put away. Right? And then for a woman child, it's a week. So if she put away, is she dealing with the baby? No, the baby's getting nursed by the other woman.
Still getting taken care of.
Right? And still getting taken care of. Because she got time, she needs time to get that blood under control. Right? Because if she's bleeding, she's unclean. Right? And if you're touching the baby's unclean. Yeah, so now we got another wife separate dealing with the baby and bringing her food. You feel what I'm saying? And taking care of her. How good would it be to have a sister wife taking care of another woman while she on her cycles, right? Nigga, and you still getting some cat while this one is bleeding out, man. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about cheating. I ain't got to go mess with nothing. Yeah. Go ahead. Con, go ahead. That's it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
You sure?
What was that? 10?
Con. And look, this could happen. That's why I say you gotta weigh it out. Because if you got a wicked Jake and he not ruling you in righteousness, this is something that you could do. You know what I mean? You could get out of there. Read
verse 11. And if he do not these three unto her,
so if you don't read the thing again, is a duty of marriage.
her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage.
Her duty of marriage has to do with sex, right? He have to give her sex, and he have to give her something to do, right? So it's mandatory. Now, if he doesn't do those things, right? Go ahead.
Then shall she go out free without money.
Now she could go out free without money, right? So, book, chapter, verse, right quick.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Exodus 21, 10 and 11.
And read on, that's it?
Yeah, that was it on there.
All right, all praise to the Most High. So, if he's not doing right, and he didn't give you nothing to do, right, and he's not taking care of your food and your raiment, then hey man, free to go. You feel what I'm saying? But you want to do it in righteousness though, because he might be struggling, and you might be the one working, and you his possession. So your money is his money. So if you got to pay for the food and the raiment, isn't that him taking care of the food and the raiment? That's because you are him. You're his help. You feel what I'm saying? So if he jam you up, you his help. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But if he's not ruling the house in righteousness, and he's not giving you nothing to do, and he's taking on him wives, and he's doing it all in wickedness, hey man, I got the right inclination to say, get the hell up out of there, man. Because hey man, later on, your ass gonna be you gonna be the one going off, man. Because you gonna go out and commit adultery. You feel what I'm saying? Get out of there. If he's not doing what he's supposed to do, and he's diminishing these three things, you feel what I'm saying? Get out of there. And if y'all look, man, I was homeless, man. One thing I made sure of, my wife and my kid had something to eat, had somewhere to sleep, and had clothes on their backs. Right. Homeless, right? And I was keeping the law. right? Being homeless. I had her food, I had her raiment, and I had her duty of marriage, man. Hey, yeah, come. So it don't matter how you living. It just matters that that man ain't just kicking his feet up and ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? That's what matters. Right?
That's right.
You don't want to be in this truth and be a pimp, man. Right? You want to be in this truth and be a player. Right? A player of the game, man. Right? We're gonna all come together and we're gonna make this thing work. Right? You got, yeah, for real. And you gonna deal with the kids, you gonna deal with the house, and you gonna deal with the blah blah, and then I'm gonna go make it happen, right? And I'm gonna put everything together, and you gotta come to me to make any final answer, right? That's how a man should rule his house as a king.
Because like nowadays,
right? You got something, right?
Everybody
yeah,
is so like the mental health thing, like because it'd be so much for a man to take over so much. You feel me? So I just really feel like even with what you saying, like have multiple wives and shit like that, like it all makes sense all together. Like it's all in the same bucket. Like you, I don't know how to say it.
No, I understand what you're saying, because like when you look at Africans and the way that they move, they 3 to 5 wives. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
three, and you need people
no
to raise kids.
It ain't no bullshit in it.
Nah,
straight
righteousness.
My job is what I'm gonna do. You do that, and we good.
And we good.
How many, by how much does women outnumber men?
I think it's 7-1, yeah, and 10-1 if we count like the homosexuals that's not dealing with women, right? 10-1. So shit, if they got 10-1 to me, why I can't have 3? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Huh? Oh, you going to the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh? Yeah. So and we the bone of the bone and the flesh of the flesh till Hamashiach Yahushua. But we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We 7 people. So when that one woman come in, we're 1, right? And when the next one come in, guess what? We're 1, right? And when the next one come in, guess what? We're 1. We're a whole body of different members, but we're all are 1. Why? Because we all got the same mind. We chasing something, and what are we chasing?
Everything that we supposed to.
We're chasing love for God. We're chasing the commandments, right? To chase the kingdom. We're trying to get the kingdom. We want to be able to rule these nations, man. We want to be able to rule and afflict the people that ruled and afflicted us, man. That's what we fighting for, right? We fighting for power over the earth, our rightful place. Give me the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6 and 54, man. We want our rightful place to be in rulership, right? Not having to listen and bow down to no heathen, right? Fuck the heathen, right? We gonna rule these bitches. We gonna rule them today, man. It feels up to me. But we're ruling them anyway by keeping the law, man. That's why they so scared of us. They scared of us just to walk past. We could just walk past, excuse me, we could walk past. And they scared than a motherfucker, man. Like that, brother, that guy right there, man, scared of us, man. Scared of us. You could just look at him and he like, oh shit, right? He don't know what to do, man. He don't know how to move, man. Right? Go ahead.
It's 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Everybody come from Adam, right? Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Whom thou hast what?
Whom thou hast chosen.
And y'all chosen, right? Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Thou hast made what?
The world for our sake.
So the world is what we stand on, but the world is also a government or a ruling power, right? Is a world, huh? Right, go ahead.
As for the other people.
As for the what?
As for the other people.
As for the other people, right? The white, the East Indian, right? The Africans, right? The Arabians,
Chinese.
Right? The Chinese, the Thailandian, all these goddamn heathen. Guess what? He counted them as what?
Which also come of Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing.
That they are what?
That they are nothing.
But what?
But like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle, man. Like if you spit on the ground and then evaporate it, man. He said, you ain't nothing, man. But my children, my kids mean everything to me. Right? That's why I whoop their ass so much. That's why they going under the curses. Not you guys. That's why they can live free and be happy on earth, right? And we going through some stuff because we had to live out our judgment. we gotta live out the curses, because that's how we gonna be awakened in the last days.
That's right. That's
Give
right.
me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. We'll come back to that at some point. Give me 28 and 54, man. Right? Give me 28. No, hell no. Read that.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And he said this also in Isaiah, right? Chapter 40 and verse 17.
Con,
Go
the book
ahead.
of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
All nations before him are as nothing.
Or as what?
Are as nothing.
But what?
And they are counted to him less than nothing. And vanity.
And what?
And vanity.
And vanity. Vanity means nothingness. Nothingness, right? Go ahead.
Con, that's it.
That's it? All right, finish on this.
Yeah, let's see.
And forget you, Adino. I love you, bro. Where you at? All right, for sure. Hold on.
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Time. So, hey, man, that's what they're doing right now. But guess what? We're asking and we're pleading and we're showing our faith by our works so we could turn this thing around, man. We want the tables turned. Right? You want the tables turned? I want the fucking tables. You want the tables turned? I want these bitches to be carrying me everywhere I go. And if they slow down on one end, I'm going to beat their fucking face in. Right? That's how it's going down, man. I'm not playing with none of these heathens, man. Right? Man, I want one. You know how we carry our kids on the shoulder? I want one to hit 1,000 push-ups every day and 2,000 squats just so that motherfucker could be my legs, man. You understand what I'm saying? If he drop me, he dying. Right? I'm doing the heathen back.
Okay.
Right? I'm doing the heathen back. Go ahead. And I want an East Indian bitch to be cooking all my food, man. Because I like the way they look. Right? Not too much curry. No curry at all. Hold the curry. Go ahead.
But we thy people.
But what?
But we thy people.
Shema, go ahead.
But we thy people.
But we thy what?
Thy people.
So we were chosen. We his people. We the chosen, man. We gotta act like it. It's time to act like it. I expect you to be in dresses at some point, right? And only wearing pants under your dress, right? I expect you not to be wearing no tight leg, skinny jean, nothing, right? And no tight shirts, man. And keeping your beard, man. I expect you to be a man. What is a man? A man is somebody. Give me the book of 1 Kings. Hold on. Give me the book of 1 Kings, chapter 1 and verse 2. Chapter 2, 1 Kings 2 and 2, man. Because the way you be a man is by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Right? That's how you become a man. Read on. There's more on that.
Yeah. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten.
Thy only begotten.
And
who begotten us? Who begotten us? No. Begotten means to born. Be born. Who begotten us? Yeah. The Most High through his son, right? Through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, Jesus Christ, begotten us. He created us. He made us through the hand of Yahweh. Yahweh is our grandfather, right? Jesus Christ is who birthed us, right? That's who made us, right? Remember that. Right, go ahead.
And thy fervent lover.
And thy what?
And thy fervent lover.
And he count all these people on this stick as his two wives, man, right? This is his first wife, boom. And this is his second wife, right?
Second wife do it all.
Yeah, second wife. We got a whole lot of people on that second wife. Man, but they the most wickedest motherfuckers they is, man. Right? We went off, but we were looking at them, man. They was having fun on the other side, man. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And are given into their hands.
And what?
Are given into their hands.
We are given into the hands of the heathen, man. Right? Go ahead.
If the world now be made for our sake.
If the world made for us, man. Right? Read on.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Why we don't own nothing in this motherfucker, man?
That's right.
If we own a house, what we gotta pay? Property taxes. Oh, yeah. Right? You don't own nothing. You can own land in America. Guess what? You gotta pay some type of property tax. Some type of land tax, right? It's crazy because we not able to own nothing, man, but all this is ours. Read.
How long shall this endure?
How long we gonna have to endure this thing, man? You know how long we gotta endure it? Until we fucking
That's
change,
right,
man. That's
man.
my brother, man.
Fuck it up,
I'm
man.
gonna be with this brother, man. I don't know where you live at, man. I'm gonna be with you, man. That brother, hey, that brother is something, man. Man.
You know you feel the most high.
Number 15.
Man. Bring out the man first. Cause this brother ain't leaving, neither is our sister, man. Bring out the man first. We want this brother to be a man, man.
That's right.
Right? That's what we want.
This is 1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
I go the way of all the earth.
So David is explaining to Solomon, I'm going the way of all the earth, man. But this is spiritual, right? I go the way of all the earth, right? I'm dying out. Read on.
Be thou strong, therefore.
Be what?
Be thou strong, therefore.
So you got to be strong in this thing. You got to you want to do push-ups in the truth, right? You want to get these scriptures and always work out, man. You doing something. All right, squats today. It's calves, okay, and it's bicep, tries,
That's right.
back, okay. And what we gonna do? We gonna be strong and do what?
And show thyself a man.
And show thyself a man.
That's
and
right.
do what?
And keep the charge of the Lord
And
thy
do
God.
what?
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
And the Lord told us to be a man. You got to keep the charge of the Lord thy God, man. Because if not, guess what? You a heathen and you a nigga, man. Right? But when you keep the commandments, guess what you are? Guess what you are when you keep the commandments? Nah, you a damn royal, man. You a king and you a prince, man. We say king lightly in the world, man. But once you get into this truth, man, you're a king and you're a prince, man. Right? And the Lord has begotten you to be royalty with him. That's why in the New Testament he said joint heirs with Christ, man. Right? We're gonna be joint rulers with the Mashiach, man. With the anointed. We're gonna be anointed under the anointed, man. You know what I'm saying? How good that's gonna be. And the Lord in the wilderness gonna be about like, I don't know how tall, but over 10 feet, and place a crown on your head, man. Say, well done, my good and faithful servant, man. Right? And bless you with 7 wives, man. Right? All right, go ahead.
To walk in his ways.
To do what?
To walk in his ways.
So you got to walk in the way of the Lord, man, which is in righteousness, right? Go ahead.
To keep his statutes
Mm-hmm.
and his commandments.
Uh-huh.
And his judgments.
Uh-huh.
And his testimonies.
And his what?
And his testimonies.
His testimony is he freed us and he bought us with a price, man. Right? Go to the book of Exodus chapter 12 and the token, man. When we had to smite the lintels on the door, man. He bought us with this act that he had did for the Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? And we are still them people till today. Right? Go ahead.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
Uh-huh.
That thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest.
So all the commandments he's talking about you gonna need to do to show yourself a man is the law written where? In the law of Moses, right? In the commandments of Moses, in the first 5 books of the Bible, man. That's the commandments that even Christ was teaching when he came on the earth, right? The same commandments: love thy brother as thyself, right? Don't commit adultery, right? What else? Yeah, no usury, right? Because he was getting mad at the publicans, because there was extortioners, right? And the Pharisees, the same thing with them. They was judging the small matters, which was how much tithes they needed to bring in, but they wasn't judging the big matters, where the woman was sleeping with another man, where the man was sleeping with another man's wife, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Eves too, talebearing.
Yeah, kind of talebearing, false witnessing all around the world, right? That's all we like to do is talk shit behind people's back, man. You know what I mean? When we in the world. Go ahead.
And whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
Go ahead.
That the Lord may continue his word which he spake concerning me.
That's that blessing that we read about. He gonna bless us above all that is on the earth, and he gonna give us rulership over all nations. Right? Go ahead.
Saying, if thy children take heed to their way.
And that's what Moses told us through Yahweh, right? If your children take heed unto the way, right? Go ahead.
To walk before me in truth with all their heart and all their soul.
With all your mind and all your soul, your whole body, right?
There should not fail thee, said he, a man on the throne of Israel.
There should not fail, man. We always will have a king and rulership as long as we keep the commandments of the Most High God, man. Go ahead.
God, it's the book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 9. Verse 8. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt.
So when they came forth out of Egypt, they had to hit the doorpost with blood, right? And then close the door and cook a lamb and eat it. right? While the Lord passed over them and killed the firstborn of all the Egyptians' cattle, animals, and their babies.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And it shall be for a sign.
For a what?
A sign unto thee upon thine hand. And for a memorial
upon thy hand. It'll be a sign unto thee upon thy hand is upon thy doing. Right? So what we would do, what we just did, we because the Passover started on what? That was Monday night. Yeah, kind of Passover started on Monday night. We struck the door with the blood. We roasted a whole lamb of the first year, right? And we ate the Passover, man. We kept the Passover. We put our hand to it, right? And now is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? So yeah, kind.
Yeah, my brother's gonna get your contact.
Yeah, exactly. By doing exactly. Go ahead.
God. And they shall be for a sign unto thee upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes.
Between our eyes, because your kids gonna see it, you gonna see it. Hey man, we sitting there watching that thing. Just, you know what I mean? Rotate on the rotisserie. Man, you understand what I'm saying? It's a sign before your eyes, man. Go ahead.
That the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand.
For what?
For with a strong hand.
For what?
For with a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt.
With a strong hand. And that's how he bought us. Right? That was that token, man. That was that marriage, man. He endowed himself to us, right? Now we his people forever and ever. Read.
That verse 10. That thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year.
And that's our token, man. We got a token from the Lord, right? That was like, so they got a token of virginity. That's in the scripture, right? And what you do is you come out with the rag that y'all slept on and you hold it up. And the priest said, yeah, that was a holy situation. Or you could bring it out and say, hey, this woman wasn't a virgin. Nah, man, your thing was too small. You know what I mean? You couldn't pop the hymen. Nah, but they'll say this girl wasn't a virgin, you know, and then he was able to give her back to the dad. Because you could also, as a dad, you can actually take your money back and say, nah, I don't want my daughter to be with you. You feel what I'm saying? But she already had sex with him. They already consummated the thing. But you could say, nah, I'm gonna take my dowry back. I want my daughter. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's another topic. But you'll come out with your token, and that was our token, man. The blood on the lentils and him passing us over. That was him taking our virginity, man, and making us be his wife. You feel what I'm saying? What you got?
I got one more real quick.
All right, for sure.
Deuteronomy 22 and 16.
Oh, Numbers 15 and 38, huh? We gotta have some fringes on our shirt. Gotta have fringes.
Got it.
Yeah. And for you, it'll be on your dress or on your jacket, and you will have a dress, right? Because you can swag it out. You don't just have to have a dress and then have to be big and just you can't see nothing, and you just all covered up. Nah, you could kind of like swag this thing out, but be modest. You know what I mean? If it's tight up top, throw a jacket on, right? You still got a little bit going on, but you ain't showing all your curves. You feel? It's not for everybody, it's for your husband, man. And it's going to make him treat you well. See, the thing is, when we keep the laws, our partners treat us well. You feel what I'm saying? When we going off, they treat us horrible. You know, it's different for men, though. So, but when men get a wife, when a man get a wife that want to keep the laws of God, that makes his life a hell of a lot easier, man. You feel what I'm saying? But if you get a wife that's rebellious as hell, like you once was, that shit hurts.
Not only that, man, that shit could drive you mad.
Man, mad.
My last wife was wicked as hell, man. I done almost lost it, man. So I swear, I was like, man, I'm about to go crazy in this bitch.
You trying to go right, but this bitch steady pulling left, man. And she trying to trip you, ass. She trying to trip your ass, wife.
Yeah.
She trying to hook your ass and bring you with her, man. Man, yeah, and that's the man, man. Go ahead, yeah.
This Numbers 15
let
and
me
38.
get yours, because a lot of people like to run away and then they don't.
Might be after that. Yeah.
Come, for sure. Cause I'm gonna be on your motherfucking ass, man. See how you doing, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna be on your motherfucking ass. Yeah, I should get it.
I'm gonna build, man.
Yeah, Tama. Yeah, Tama. Gubba War. Yeah, Gubba War Gabar. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Gabawar, G-A-B-A.
I'm Captain Khalil.
That's me.
Nathaniah?
Yeah, Nathaniah.
I'm Tonette.
Tonette?
Yeah.
Instead of Antoinette,
Yeah.
just regular Tonette?
Yeah.
For sure. That's different.
Here's a YouTube channel. You know?
Monty?
Oh yeah, my
And that's
little
your real
brother,
name?
he gonna have to get it because my phone
For
is
sure, Monty.
completely dead.
Hey, man, we love you, brother.
George, you gonna take a
Gubble
picture?
War.
Let me see your
Yeah,
phone.
Gubble War.
I'm sorry.
That's all one.
Yeah, we love you, brother, and we really want you to repent and do this
Give
and
them
do this
their
work.
numbers.
Yeah, give them numbers 15.
So we gotta.
We
You
gonna
see us?
watch
We had
it on
these on,
YouTube
right?
tonight, 'cause
And this
we
is what it
always-
is. Go ahead.
It's Numbers 15 and 38.
There's a lot of good moments.
Speak
on
unto
there.
the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Hold on.
Start again.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Fringes.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A what?
A ribbon of blue.
You never miss the ribbon of blue. No matter what color the fringe is, the fringe could be white, black, purple, pink, whatever you want. You want that ribbon of blue on there. That's a commandment. Go ahead.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe.
And it shall be what?
Be unto you for a fringe.
Go ahead.
That ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
That's
and
what
do
helps you
them.
not go to hell off. When you see a woman, you're like, damn, if I do entice her and I lay with her, shit, she gotta be my wife. You know what I mean? I gotta deal with her. No, it is soul ties. Every time you go into a woman, you're supposed to be popping her hymen. And that hymen, that blood, resembles her being your wife forever. Right? She can't leave you if you get another wife. Right? She is yours forever. Right? So how you treat her will determine how good your life goes. You feel what I'm saying? And how much you'll be able to get this other wife up in there. Because, hey, man, look, we going to get another wife, man, whether they like it or not. Eventually it's going to happen, but we got to do it.
Well, good at the house.
Yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it in righteousness, no. So we want to build up the woman that we have to be that woman and that sister wife to guide that next wife.
That's right.
We don't want to have to sit out all our time to do what we did with the first one with the second one.
Precept.
She needs to
So
train
y'all
her.
A wife
Right?
that was willing and open for
first-
another one?
Yeah, that shit is hard.
They out there. They out there though.
That shit is hard.
They are out there though. but I'm just-
Yeah, that shit is hard to
Let
find.
them finish this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And what?
And
do
them.
the commandments, right? Go ahead.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a whoring.
Right? Because we see a little twinkle and we go after that motherfucker, man. We see a little booty, man. We hit that run like that. Hey, girl. You know what I mean? Hey, that little twinkle, man. These guys, damn. That's why we had to kill all the heathen when we go into their place and burn all their idols, because we see a twinkle, man. It's a motherfucker, man. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it's the fish god, it's the cow, it's the elephant. We see an idol for too long. Shit, we might place some food in front of that
And
motherfucker.
that goes to that saying,
know what I mean?
everything that's
Glitter
ain't
ain't
gold.
The Lord, brother. Hey, brother.
Go ahead, Demona.
Yeah, that ye may remember and do all my commandments.
Some of it.
All my
So
commandments.
the fringes is on us to remind us to do all the commandments of the Lord, right? Go ahead.
And be holy unto your
And
God.
to be separate, man. This separates. You don't see no other nation wearing these.
Yeah,
I see another brother. He got fringes on the wall.
Hey,
so
Right,
what? Nice.
Yeah, that's my folks. You know what I mean?
Y'all know, King, we out here for you.
Right.
Yeah, so that love gets entreated out there in the world, man. When we see each other with fringes on, we automatically know that brother love his brother. You know, to other people, you kind of like skeptical and you watch their actions and then you approach them. But to another brother with fringes on,
You know that.
what's up, love one? You know what I mean?
You get another brother.
You got it, because I know y'all about to go. You want to bring that out right quick? Because they're about to.
It's 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them accordingly to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayer be not hindered.
That your prayer be not hindered. So you don't want to use them up in righteousness. You don't want to use them up in wickedness, man. So you got to make sure you're honoring your wives too, and in knowledge, right? So in knowledge would mean if I get a new wife and she kind of was skeptical. I mean, if I get a wife and she kind of was skeptical, I don't want to jump in to getting another wife when I just told her that I can, right? I want to ease that in and build her up in the spirit, so that way when it do happen, she know that this is for your benefit, right? This is not only for my. I can give a damn about sex. Since I've been in the truth, I give a damn about sex, even before the truth, right? It's not about sex. It's about what you could do to help me build myself and y'all to enter into the kingdom.